Is it really like that in Baton Rouge, or is it just like...
Man, hey, listen, let me tell you, it's really like that in Baton Rouge. Like, I just left. You didn't just hear what I said?
Right.
Talking to my mama for 30 minutes outside the house. I left, hit the corner to come back around and make sure my mama was inside and somebody was shooting at me for no reason. I didn't even know if it was me. Like, it was just some random, you get what I'm saying? So, like, to answer your question, yes, it's like that because it's just too easy to get on that time.
What's up, Nick? You got some Newports around this bitch. I don't know.
Hey, you a bum, you bitch ass nigga. Go dig all three of your brothers up with your scary ass. You a bitch. Stop running from me. I ain't in no competition with you. Stop writing me. You a hoe. Bitch ass nigga, you ain't no killer. You won't be like me. You write me all day. You a hoe. Yeah, I could double back. Hey, I could fuck any bitch. Nigga gonna try to double back and fuck the bitch. I could fuck your mama. You gonna try to fuck your mama. You a bitch. You a pure bitch.
Nipsey Hussle, his death, like how has that infected you or impacted you as a man, as a father, and someone very impactful in the industry?
I can't show fake love. I don't know him, but God bless his family, I guess.
Thank you.
Watch this, dude. What you doing?
What?
Yeah!
You ever notice how the internet can turn a private family situation into a public courtroom? One clip, one rumor, one headline, and suddenly millions of people feel like they know what's happening inside a household they've never stepped foot in. That's exactly what happened with NBA YoungBoy and his brother B-Way Youngie. On one side, you have a global rap star, Billboard hits, mansion living, platinum plaques, a name that trends every time he drops music. On the other side, you have his blood brother, still tied to the same city, still dealing with legal trouble, still trying to figure life out in the place they both came from. And the question people keep asking is simple. How can two brothers come from the same struggle and end up living two completely different realities? They share the same father, the same childhood environment, need the same streets of Baton Rouge, the same early pain, the same dreams of making it out. Back then, nobody could have predicted that one of them would become one of the biggest rappers in the world, while the other would still be fighting problems back home. When YoungBoy started gaining traction in music, B-Way was right there. Before the fame, before the millions, before the tours and headlines, they were just two kids trying to survive where they grew up, watching each other's backs, moving through a city known for crime, poverty, and pressure that most people never experience. That shared background is what makes this story hit harder for fans, because when you come from nothing with someone, people assume you'll leave with them too. But life doesn't always move like that. As YoungBoy's career exploded, B-Way's path stayed local. Music here and there, legal trouble, street issues, the kind of things that can slow a person down for years, the kind of things that don't disappear just because someone in your family made it big. This is where the public narrative started forming. People online began comparing lifestyles. Clips of YoungBoy spending money on jewelry, cars, friends, crew. Then they'd look at reports of B-Way dealing with court cases and say, why doesn't his brother step in? That question spread fast. But here's the part nobody talks about clearly. Most of what people say about this situation is speculation. There is no public financial record showing what YoungBoy has or hasn't done for his brother. No official statement from either side breaking down the truth. No paperwork proving who paid for what legal help. What exists is perception, and perception is powerful. Anytime someone sees a celebrity spending big on lifestyle while a family member is struggling, the internet starts doing math that may not even be accurate. Still, the conversation kept growing. Part of that comes from how legal defense works in general. Public defenders often carry heavy case loads. Private attorneys can sometimes give more focused time to a client. That's a fact about the system, not about any one person. But fans used that general truth to build a story around these two brothers. They started saying, if he can buy chains, he can buy lawyers. And just like that, the narrative was set. At the same time, videos of YoungBoy looking out for friends and his crew kept surfacing, buying cars, taking people on trips, supporting people around him, which in hip-hop culture is usually praised. Oh, but when you place that next to a brother facing problems, the optics change. People start comparing. They start judging. They start asking questions without knowing the full picture. This is where psychology enters the story. When someone escapes poverty and trauma, they don't always stay mentally connected to the place they escaped from. Sometimes success creates distance, not because of hate, not because of betrayal, but because the past carries stress, memories, and problems that a person is trying to move beyond. That's human nature. You see it in athletes, actors, entrepreneurs. People who make it out often change who they keep around, where they go, and what they engage with. To outsiders, that looks like abandonment. To the person living it, it can feel like survival. Now imagine being B-Way in that situation. Watching your brother become famous worldwide while you're still dealing with court dates and local issues. Seeing headlines about his success while you're trying to handle your own reality, that's emotionally heavy for anyone. And fans project those feelings onto him. They imagine resentment, pain, abandonment, even if B-Way himself has never publicly framed it that way. Because again, perception is louder than facts. Then comes the street code argument. In street culture, family is supposed to come first. Always. That's the rule people repeat. That's the principle people expect. So when this story started circulating, many people from similar backgrounds looked at it through that lens. If that was my brother, I'd never let him sit like that. But real life isn't always that simple. Family relationships are complicated. Old issues, personal conflicts, private history, things the public will never know. And yet, the internet doesn't care about those details. They want a clear villain and a clear victim. So they turned this into a loyalty debate. They started comparing YoungBoy to other rappers who are known for publicly helping family, bringing up names, saying, look how they do it, as if every family dynamic works the same, as if every situation has the same background, as if we're seeing the full story when we're only seeing the surface. What this really shows is how reputation works in hip-hop. Once a narrative sticks, it spreads fast, especially when it touches on themes like loyalty, family, and success. Now, whether fair or not, some fans look at YoungBoy differently because of this story. They question his loyalty, they question his character, not because of confirmed facts, but because the story feels believable to them. That's the power of narrative. And for B-Way, this narrative might be frustrating in a different way. Imagine people constantly framing you as the abandoned brother, when your real situation might be far more complex than that. Nobody asks how he feels about it directly. They just speak for him. That's the strange part about viral stories. They turn real people into characters in a script written by strangers. At the same time, this situation highlights something bigger. Success changes how people see you. Before fame, you're just a person trying to survive. After fame, every decision gets judged. Every relationship gets analyzed. Every move gets compared to what people think you should do. YoungBoy might see this as a private family matter. The internet sees it as a public loyalty test. And that gap between private truth and public opinion is where all this noise comes from. The long-term effect of this isn't just about the brothers, it's about image. In hip-hop, your reputation follows you. Stories like this get remembered, repeated, turned into commentary videos, tweets, debates. Even if the truth is different, the perception sticks. That's the real cost. Because once people start believing a narrative, correcting it becomes almost impossible. What makes this story so interesting isn't proof of anything. It's what it reveals about how people think. People believe success should lift everyone connected to you. People believe money can solve every problem. People believe family loyalty should look the same in every situation. And when reality doesn't match those beliefs, they assume betrayal. The truth is probably more complicated than anyone online realizes. But complicated stories don't go viral. Simple ones do. Famous brother leaves struggling brother behind. That headline spreads faster than any nuanced explanation ever could. And that's why this story keeps circulating. At the end of the day, this situation isn't just about two brothers from Baton Rouge. It's about how success, perception, loyalty, and public opinion collide in the age of social media. It's about how people judge situations they don't fully understand. And it's about how easy it is for a narrative to form when facts are missing. Maybe there's more support happening behind the scenes than people know. Maybe there are private reasons for distance that the public will never hear. And maybe both brothers are simply living different lives shaped by different choices. But the internet will keep telling the story the way it wants to tell it. And that's the part that's real. Because in today's world, perception can be louder than truth. And once the streets start talking, the conversation doesn't stop.